Welcome to Wrap It Up. My name is Nonka Zabulokindi. It's so wonderful to be back with you once again. Now you're about to hear a wrap-up of the past week's most trending news stories. Let's get into it. We saw the EFF leader Julius Malema being granted a warrant of arrest for not appearing in court regarding the offense he did in 2018 when he released a firearm in public. But his lawyer, on the other hand, said in a statement that he was not obliged to attend the court case. So the EFF was not bothered, and the leader himself was not bothered. And if the lawyer has spoken, who can argue against him? Another trend that we saw is of the Nigerian pastor Timothy Omotoso, whom he and his co-accused are facing 97 sexually related charges. And we saw him making his court appearance with some of the witnesses taking the stand. One of them was Auntie Siwe, describing how the man of God sexually assaulted her, how she lost count of the times he assaulted her, how the church tried to shut her mouth, and how she didn't want to offend the men of God. And this is a continuing one as he has to make more appearances in court. So I'll bring you up to speed insofar as that story is concerned. Another trending story that we learned about is of President Cyril Ramaphosa actually apologizing on behalf of government regarding the parole system. This after 8-year-old Tasney van Wyk was found at a storm water pipe in Cape Town dead, and his perpetrator was out on parole of 16 months. And I love what the president said after he apologized. He said people like him, they don't deserve any bail, they don't deserve to see the light of day at all. And I couldn't agree with the president more. Such offenders deserve such punishment, and I hope that the family received his apology quite well. Another trending story that we saw is of 48 HIV positive women in Gauteng as well as KZN being falling victims to the forced sterilization. And now this caused a lot of havoc even on social media, and I was so angry that once again women's bodies are being dictated about, they are being dictated unto and politicized. But what I'm happy about is that investigations are being made into this case, and I really want to know who are these health practitioners that were oppressing these women, because really justice needs to be made in that regard, because we have over 7 million people that are living with the virus in the country, and we cannot afford such stigma. So I'll bring you an update insofar as that story is concerned. We also saw later on in the week Finance Minister Tito Mboweni delivering the budget speech, and amongst the things that really caught my attention is the increase in sin taxes, how he didn't increase tax at all. I mean, really, it makes sense given the economy of the country and how we need to grow. I like the fact that he didn't increase any tax at all, no tax hikes. So that is wonderful as well. Another thing that I liked is that he is stopping excessive salaries in public companies. But on the other hand, COSATU is not having it. They are saying that, you know what, they are slamming the proposed wage bill cuts, and they are saying that if Tito Mboweni wants a fight, then he will get the war that he's looking for. So I will give you an update insofar as that story is concerned. And obviously after the budget speech, we have to see the state of the province address, in which the premiers of different provinces, they give the state of the province address depending on the issues that affect that province. But I will just stay with our Gauteng Premier David Makura, who highlighted that climate change is one of the crises that we are facing in our province, as well as load shedding. He said that load shedding is fast destroying the country, and I couldn't agree with him more. We are now living in a South Africa where load shedding happens at any time, whether it's summer, winter, autumn, spring. You just have to get ready for it. So it's really destroying our country. We also saw the Paarl taxi violence, in which 4 people, including taxi drivers and taxi owners, were shot, they were killed, and the violence is because of routes and licensing. But what I love about this violence is that the Transport Minister Fikile Mbalula intervened. You know, he sat with some of the taxi associations to find a solution, and there has been some calm in Paarl. So that's a good thing about it. If anything develops, I'll bring you a story on that one. We also saw Adam Katsavelos, the man whose video went viral in 2018 when he was on holiday in Greece, actually uttering the K word so many times and celebrating the absence of blacks on the beach. I love the sentencing that he received. I mean, 50,000 rand fine and or 2 years of jail sentencing. I want the latter to happen to him, because I mean, if he has the 50K, he's just gonna give it and then he gets to go scot-free. So he must just spend some time in jail, and that's a lesson to the other racists in the country that are still yet to be discovered or are undercover, that once they utter K words and words similar to that, then they get punished and the law gets to face them directly. Another one that we saw is of the Scottish government actually giving women free sanitary products, and I was like, yay, finally, the first nation in the world to do that. If you ask me, that is long overdue. It should have started in South Africa, in African countries, and other countries whose economy is battling. I mean, sanitary pads are quite expensive, and so for the Scottish government to really think of that cause for women is really amazing. So tampons and sanitary pads are going to be available at public places, ranging from clubs, ranging from centers, ranging from libraries and other places. So if you want us wrap it up, the Wrap It Up team, if you want an ambassador for such causes, we are all for those causes. Just go on our Facebook page and other social media pages. Just get hold of us and we will appear and make you proud on that event. We can be ambassadors of such causes at any time. Another trend that we saw is of the coronavirus making its way into Africa for the very first time, and this was in the country Nigeria, when an Italian entered the country, and luckily they took them to hospital, ran some few tests, and they were stable, and that caused an alarm for Africa. And there are big measures that are being made so that this virus does not spread. It's really scary. As I'm talking to you, the death toll, or rather worldwide, it's standing at over 3,000 lives. So it's quite crazy. We really need the Lord's hand, because it has spread to over 35 countries worldwide. It's a really serious health emergency, a world health emergency for that matter. We saw the Lesotho Prime Minister Tom Tabane appearing in court for the death of his estranged wife, his first wife, who was shot in June 2018, and he's going to make more of those appearances. And I did say in one of my episodes that where there's smoke, there's definitely fire. So I will bring you an update insofar as that story is concerned. And when it comes to the Soweto derby, yay! Amakosi, we made it. I did say to y'all that my wish was that at least we win 1-0 against Pirates, and it happened just the way. I don't like 1-0, especially when it comes to Pirates, but because we won, you understand. I wanted something like 4-0 or 5-1, but you know what, we haven't had such victory in over 3 years. Yeah, so I'm very excited. Well done to Amakosi, and continue to make us proud. Yeah, so that's a wrap up of all the week stories that I had for you, and I will bring you another update at the end of this week. Remember to like, to share, and to subscribe to my channel. This is Wrap It Up.